Did the historical Jesus shape the Gospels, or did the Gospels shape the historical Jesus? Hi, everybody. My name is Robyn Walsh. I'm a scholar of New Testament and early Christianity. And this month, the month of September, we're looking forward to the New Insights into the New Testament conference that's taking place at the end of the month. If you go to bartehrman.com/NINT and use the promo code Robyn, ROBYN, you can sign up for the conference. You can see all of our fabulous scholars, the titles of their talks related to the historical Jesus, descriptions of their talks. And again, if you use the promo code Robyn, ROBYN, you'll get a discount on signing up for the conference itself. And you'll have access to an exclusive session with me at the end of the month, an open Q&A where you can ask me any questions that you have about the New Testament and the Bible. Again, that's bartehrman.com/NINT. That stands for New Insights into the New Testament. Throughout the month, I'm going to be taking a look at our scholars, our lineup of scholars, and their proposed topics. And I want to interface with each one of them. Again, I don't have any extra information. I'm not privy to exactly what each one will talk about, but I see their titles and descriptions, and I want to give you my own insights, sort of a way to promote this conference. And today I want to talk about Dr. James Tabor's forthcoming topic. As I mentioned, he's titled it The Making of a Messiah, and he asks this question. It's really the central question for the field. How much does the historical Jesus influence the content of the Gospels, and how much do the contents of the Gospels influence our understanding of the historical Jesus? The reason I picked this topic for this video is it gives me the opportunity, and you can see the smile on my face, to talk about one of my favorite passages in the Gospels, because I just find it I find it kind of amusing to try to figure out exactly what's going on here. I've been looking at commentaries. I've got out my gospel parallel, so I want to talk about it. It's the beginning of Matthew chapter 21. Jesus is marching into Jerusalem, and Matthew is very explicit that he wants to obtain a donkey and a colt to march in reflection of what Matthew says is the prediction of the prophet. And this is talking about Zechariah 9:9, where he is supposed to, and I'll read you the passage. It actually comes in Matthew 21:5. It's quoted, "Tell the daughter of Zion, look, your king is coming to you, humble and mounted on a donkey, and on a colt, the foal of a donkey." Okay, so here's that question again at its core. Can we imagine that this actually took place? Is this something from the prophets that then Jesus feels he needs to fulfill, or does Jesus fulfill this prophecy and therefore makes it into the Gospels? Obviously, this is a bit of a chicken and egg argument. I think even Tabor says that himself, but I want you to think about this imagery for a second, and this is why I love it. When Jesus tells his disciples at the beginning of the chapter, he says to them, and this is verse 2, "Go into the village ahead of you. Immediately you will find a donkey tied to a colt. Untie them and bring them to me." And if anybody asks you, there's kind of variations here. Either say, like, the Lord needs them, or the Lord needs them, he'll give them right back. So they go do this to fulfill the prophecy I already read to you. Then it goes on, verse 6, 7, 8. The disciples went and did as Jesus had directed them. They brought the donkey and the colt and put their cloaks on them, and he sat on them. Okay, so do you get this imagery here? They find a donkey and a foal, a colt, tied together, and they bring them to Jesus, and he somehow rides both the donkey and the colt. If you look at a gospel parallel, I double checked. If you look at the other synoptic gospels, Mark and Luke, there's just a colt. And I think the implication there is that he had to ride one or the other. I mean, if you want to give kind of a charitable interpretation here, I like that Matthew tries to cover all of his bases. He looks at that prophecy and he's not quite sure, does he ride the colt or the donkey? I don't know, have him ride both. Again, sorry to smile at this, but I do just kind of find the imagery a bit amusing. Like, how is he making that work? I did look in the Greek dictionary, and the term here for colt can refer to a donkey. It actually can also refer to a puppy. It can refer to a young woman or a young man. It's a kind of a diminutive term, it seems, for like a little animal. So that's not too strange. And so there's nothing that I can detect here, but maybe some of you know more going on in the Greek. I think it really is the case that Matthew just wants to make sure he's covering his bases, and he isn't quite sure which animal to put Jesus on, so he puts him on both. In my book, I would say that this is probably not something Jesus actually did. I bet he picked one or the other animal and wrote on one or the other. So, again, this topic gave me the opportunity to, if you didn't or hadn't noticed this little discrepancy between the Synoptic Gospels and this somewhat kind of visually amusing passage, I wanted to bring it to your attention. Again, we have the upcoming conference, New Insights into the New Testament. Go to bartehrman.com/NINT. Use the promo code Robyn, ROBYN, and you will get a discount on signing up for our conference. We have a variety of live presentations that will be going on over the course of several days. We also have a few scholars, and I'm included in the list of scholars who will be pre-recording a lecture that you can see as well. So go to bartehrman.com/NINT, sign up with the promo code Robyn, and you will also have the opportunity to join me for an exclusive AMA Q&A session at the end of the month.